Hey everyone, Nim here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing some Deadly Premonition 2. I've been really excited for this game ever since it was first announced at E3 last year, and then it came out, and I don't know why, but I just haven't played it yet. So I thought it would be a good excuse to play it for the channel, because then I would actually sit down and play it. I don't know, just other things have come out and I just haven't sat down and played it yet. I know that there's been several problems with the game that people have mentioned, so I haven't really watched any coverage of it at all because I wanted to go in completely blind to it. So we'll just play it and see what we think as we go along the way. So let's just jump on into it because I'm excited. Let's do it, right? Let's do it. So we downloaded an update and now we can play. I don't know what may have been placed into the update, but I haven't been following much coverage of this game at all because I didn't want to be spoiled, so we'll see. If you haven't watched my playthrough of the first game, I am a big fan of the series. You can see I have a portrait of York on my background there. So I am very excited to see what happens in the story of the sequel. Chessboard, okay. What else we got going on here? A bag of chips, lots of cigarettes. What is going on the couch? I don't know. All right, we're gonna do a new game. Here we go. This is fun. I'll get to be able to speculate with you all this time instead of just making sure I keep my mouth shut about everything. I didn't want to spoil anything in the last playthrough, so it was hard. 2018. Okay. Le Car, a small town outside New Orleans. Somebody's already dead. Oh, they've been chopped into pieces? Okay. They're in ice? What? Oh, okay. What? "88 hours later. Thompsonville, suburb of Boston."
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Okay.
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
What?
Quiet down? Ha! You have any idea what you've done?
Anyway, I'm moving the joystick is just
naked
moving her
in Havana
one
right
direction.
now if you hadn't shown up. Soaking
This
up
is
some
weird.
rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand, and a seafood-slathered Havana-style pizza in the other. What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
No. The Regional Bureau Chief merely issued a special order.
Oh. Yeah. How could I forget? A special order to rob me of my well-deserved vacation.
You want pizza? I'll
my
buy
gosh,
you
they
some
talk
pizza.
a whole
You can
lot.
find that junk anywhere.
Whoa! Hey! Hold on a minute. What did you just say? Pizza is not junk. Pizza
I'm waiting for them to stop
is
talking.
a sacred food bestowed upon us by God himself. You need to apologize right now. This is sheer blasphemy.
Apologize to who?
Oh my gosh,
Pizza
they're still
or
talking.
God?
Ha ha! You think you're so clever. Maybe if you'd eaten pizza this morning like
Oh
a
my
decent
gosh.
person, you wouldn't have cut your finger.
Anyway, like whenever I touched the joystick in any direction, she would
Agent
just
Jones,
only go
don't let him take
wherever
control
she
of
was
the
supposed to be going.
conversation.
It was really weird.
The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike.
I wonder how long they would have kept talking.
And no red, remember?
No red?
It's open. Come on in.
Francis Zach Morgan. We can hold A to skip the cutscene, it looked like. But we don't want to skip. Not today. Kind of messy in here. This is Zach. This said 2018, so this is about 10 years after the first game. He looks more than 10 years have passed.
You have questions for us.
He's not looking in great shape.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
Francis Zach Morgan. Okay. Can I like walk in? No. She will only walk directly where she's supposed to go. Like if I hold right or left, she still only goes the one direction. So I don't know if we're in some weird tutorial mode or if my controller's messed up. But I'd heard that you can't do anything for the first hour of the game, so I think we're just in weird tutorial mode. That's some familiar music, isn't it?
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Aaliyah Davis.
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Oh my.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan? I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is...
Simon Jones. An analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh, hi.
Seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game.
Ooh.
Isn't that right, my fairy? How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy. That's a private matter.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived. If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Okay. Look, inspect, interrogate. His indulgence, his poker face.
Excuse me, Mr. Morgan, but would you please refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about... yes, that.
Drugs.
You don't need to worry about us. Don't get in our way, and we won't get in yours.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that. Our data needs to be consistent. Now please, put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
What if we say no?
Then I'll put it out myself, using force.
Whoa, whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house.
What's with these milk boxes behind him that are all taped together? It's kind of weird.
Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes. And I mean, come on.
It's medicinal.
Exactly.
You can use visions to acquire important hints that will help you proceed through the game. Hold L to use a vision. Using a vision will deplete your concentration, so be careful about using it too much. Okay. So it looks like we have one right now. So, yeah. It wants us to... Oh, we can even inspect things to the side. Looked like it wanted us to ask about
Hey,
this.
Belle. Why are you dressed so handsomely?
Work clothes, right?
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck. That's a male necktie.
So?
The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society.
Maybe she just likes it.
Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche. We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society, a man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears. Don't judge a book by its cover. For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Little gray cells, is that a Poirot reference?
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough. She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him. I'll just have to assault him head-on with questions then. First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up.
Okay.
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carré, Louisiana in 2005?
Lucari.
We solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case. After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carré immediately after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Closed. You sure about that? Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
Ooh.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim.
Oh, so this was further in the timeline than I was originally thinking.
Do you know what this means? That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. And this is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it?
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now, and it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in. She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared. In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks. At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy? A corpse as beautiful as a goddess.
Well, that sounds like the first game.
Sounds just like our story. Yes. Yeah.
I think I
That
might
went
have an
okay.
idea of who the fairy is.
Now I'm sure that Morgan's
Maybe.
hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
Should we ask about the chess game? I mean, good.
That chessboard looks rather old, and you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
Oh, wow.
Right. They were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
Can you get like marble pieces or something?
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
No, I play with my fairy.
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
He's probably just replicating famous games. Or trying to solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan? I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself.
He kind of looks like someone from a TV show or something. He reminds me of someone, this guy.
When I was in
Can't
school,
place who.
I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones. He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems. There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment.
He's listening to Panda albums.
And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history.
Wait, when did she search his internet history when she only like walked directly to one spot and then another?
He was simply playing chess.
I guess she's FBI, so
All
she could
alone.
hack it from her office. I mean, that's fine.
So, what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data. Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Called her out.
Oh no. Everything was done in a
Okay,
perfectly legal
okay.
manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
Okay. I think she said she wanted to go deeper into the files, so we can do that.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to before coming to us? Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week.
But...
We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve. Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
Billy Bishop?
A mere coincidence.
I like this texture they have on his robe. It looks very fluffy.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré.
I mean, okay, but also I feel like these are things that someone could use to fake his identity pretty easily.
He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries. And they always have the most bizarre timing.
So I could go either way on this.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Because I do think that he's being very suspicious, obviously. Okay. Okay, they wanted to talk about the... That's kind of interesting. It's like a hint. It's like a hint kind of thing.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner, but we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead. Remember what happened, my fairy? That warehouse. That man. So incoherent. Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found? Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah?
I'm still trying to figure
You
out
said
the
he was
whole
a pain to
timeline
deal
of
with,
all
too.
this. Because I thought the first game took place around 2007 or 2009 or so, but maybe that's just when the game came out. I'll have to look that up later.
large man, yes? No need to answer. If you don't want to, I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it. Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
Okay, so we need to find a tidy spot and ask about it. I was thinking earlier that I could look to... Oh, another strangely clean spot. I could, like, look over to the side earlier to another spot of the room, but let's ask about this spot.
Mr. Morgan. I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean.
Something was sitting there earlier, obviously.
Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries. They've existed from the start.
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon, don't touch the sanctuary.
Don't touch it.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again.
Don't touch the sanctuary.
You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out?
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
I wonder if that's what's inside the milk cartons. It's a sanctuary.
You're earning far more than you deserve, then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban?
Probably sleeping.
We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy?
Sleeping.
4.5 years. All that time, and what does he have to show for
Can you
it?
imagine just watching someone for 4.5 years? Just following them around?
Crossword puzzles?
He's
No way.
lost it.
Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Oh my gosh.
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
He's completely taken control of the conversation.
And that's what she didn't want to happen.
At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more.
Show him the red tie. No. Probably bad. Uh-oh. I think I can only do Simon. I think that's the only thing I can
Agent
do.
Jones, did you find the files?
Greenvale. Greenvale! Presiding Agent, Francis Z. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
Oh my gosh. No, we touched it!
Whoa.
Don't touch it!
Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let
don't know
him
what's going
go!
on.
Assaulting an FBI agent is an
Oh, it's
obstruction
red.
of
Her
justice.
finger. Her
We
finger.
told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Surrounded.
Her finger.
Ah! 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 Yeah.
What's happened to you?
Mr. Morgan? I cut my finger with that can opener this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through. How could I be so stupid? Everything should be fine now.
Just put a glove on over it.
I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition. The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear.
Some more familiar music?
Please, accept my deepest apologies.
I'm sorry too, Morgan.
Come on, Simon.
I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again.
Don't touch it.
And no more red, either.
Wow, I was not expecting this.
Ever
Wow.
touch one again. I told them not to. Why would they do that? Make them go away. Sanctuaries.
Now, may we return to our discussion?
Don't worry. I won't let them touch you again. I'll keep them away from us.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red.
I mean, red was like the theme of the first game.
And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case.
Alright. So now we can look at another strangely clean spot. Heavy duty shredder. He said not to touch the sanctuary, so let's just look at the Greenville files.
Mr. Morgan, I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
We don't want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this.
I mean, a lot of bad stuff happened to him there, so...
I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized?
I mean, he's like separated from his best friend, pretty much.
It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
Wait, what?
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
Read the report. We have nothing else to say.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past.
Honeycomb in a jar. Oh, it's gotta be the picture. Is it gonna be?
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
What did we just say?
I don't feel like pushing him this far,
We
but...
don't want to remember Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
Oh, it's just a tree? It doesn't look
This
like a red
photograph
tree.
predates Greenvale. It's from the Luke Carre case you worked on in 2005.
Red
Oh,
tree.
is it a red tree?
Red tree.
Yes. A red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw
Oh.
one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case. They're connected.
I mean, when he went to Greenville the first time, he was already on the red tree cases with the seeds, so...
By these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees. Both
Answer me. What are these trees?
red trees.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
The red trees. You really did your homework. Well done, Belle.
He sounds so sinister.
You're good. Damn good.
Are you ready to talk now? I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Fine. We'll tell you. We'll tell you what happened in that town. Yes, it was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers. It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then.
Aww.
The other me. My better half.
I'm sad now. So is this is like a framed narrative then? Okay, so we had a theme song. I cut it out in case there was any copyright issues. We missed Zach looking sinister, York falling down through whatever. There was a butt and a giant skull. It's very interesting, but I didn't want there to be any copyright issues, so I cut it out. Red tree.
Zach.
Red tree. It's York.
Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
I can hear you. How do I answer? Yeah.
There you are, Zach.
Hey. After all this time, he's back.
Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos.
Let's go.
Isn't that right, Zach?
Oh my gosh, this is great. I love it. Deadly Premonition 2. A blessing in disguise. Summer 2005. All right. You know it's going to be hot because it's the South. Le Carré, Louisiana. Le Carré. I'm not used to pronouncing it like that. Oh, it's a bird friend. We got a nice meal there.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Oh, just wanted to share breakfast. Look how young he is. Young and chipper.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Got the pineapple on the table.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
Wait, that's
What an
breakfast?
amazing place. I've been on top of
That
the
just,
moon
like,
since the moment I got
Clicked
here.
in my head. He's got his pajamas on and everything.
And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré. Sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
Okay. David Jawara.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
He's got really long eyelashes this time.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Oh, they're gonna
Zach?
react this time?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's
Huh.
a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Wait, if he's on vacation, would he be
Never
telling
thought
everyone
there'd be a
that he's
murder
from the
out here
FBI?
either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now, I tell you,
I
this
don't know.
country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional,
Oh
but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice, if you ask me.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
Well, shoot. I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr.
Well, shoot.
FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm going to stop for today. It looks like we got through the opening session, and now we're just going to be interrogating this guy. Well, not interrogating, just like asking him some informational questions. So we'll pick up here from episode 2. I'm really excited to be back in here, and seeing York again has just brought a smile to my face, as you can see. Just hearing him call out to Zach and say let's jump back into it and everything. I'm so excited. Let me know what you all think. Leave a like or a comment. Hopefully you all are excited to see where the story leads. I'm really confused from the opening, as I expected to be, but anyway, we will see you all in the next video. I'm excited. So anyway, see you all next time. Bye bye.